Welcome to another episode of the Money Wheel Podcast. The journey to wealth starts here with your host, Don Shade.
Hello, my friend and future millionaire. Welcome to this episode of the Money Wheel. My name is Don Shade. In the last episode, I covered what role do you want to play in building your business. Once you've decided that, maybe your spouse is better at a computer than you, or maybe they have an interest there where you really don't. See, that's the reason Kris and I have such a great business relationship, is because he handles all the technical stuff. To be honest with you, it really doesn't interest me. The part of building the business and getting the check is what interests me. Let's take a look at the next step. What I want you to do after you decide the role that you want to play, the next step has to be, where am I going to come up with money, or what needs to happen to get this underway for me? And what I want you to think about is this. If you're somebody who is living check to check, how are you going to put together an online business? What are some ways that you could cut corners in your life to save money so you can invest it in yourself to build your business? Now, let's say you're somebody that is flat broke, and that's okay. Keep in mind, the reason you're listening to this podcast is because you want change in your life. I'm going to show you how to get that change. One of the things I want you to focus on here, we want to set goals that you can hit. You know, one of the things that I wanted to make sure of, a lot of the coaches that I've dealt with over the years and have coached me would have me set these big, high goals that I could never hit. And you always felt like you were losing. And I didn't necessarily like that. It wasn't that they were bad coaches or anything like that. But what I wanted to make sure of is that as I'm building the $1 Million Roadmap and simplifying the path for you, I wanted you to have easy goals that you could hit in the beginning so you know what victory feels like. So the first thing we're going to do is move the target close so that you know what it feels like to win on a daily basis. With all that being said, what I want you to do is decide, what's the first step that I want to take? Where do I want to get my training? Who is going to show me how to do this? What kind of business do I want to have? Those are all decisions that you can make before you ever put a dime into training or any kind of online business. The main thing I wanted to happen was, as we write in your accountability journal and you're keeping track of what's going on, you can feel the change in where you are from where you started. I want there to be a difference from all the little changes that we've made, just one little change here, one little change there. And sure, it's nice to sit here and talk about $1 million a year income, but nobody starts there. The first thing I had to do to get this $1 Million Roadmap to work was I had to give you the tools you need to be able to change you to get you where you want to be. This is all just stuff for you to think about as we move forward. The next thing that we're going to get into here over the next couple episodes is we're going to start looking at your budget and where you can pull the money from and what needs to happen. Because what I want to make sure of is this. If you're looking for success online, that's what we're here to show you how to do. That's all I have for this episode of the Money Wheel. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Money Wheel Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and like the podcast. For everything that was talked about in today's amazing show, go to moneywheelpodcast.com and get today's show notes, past episodes, and most importantly, you can connect with Don Shade on all his social media platforms. Again, at moneywheelpodcast.com. If you are just looking to email Don, you can email him at don@moneywheelpodcast.com. For a list of all our tools we use in our business, you can go to moneywheelpodcast.com/resources. Again, thank you for listening to today's podcast, and see you in our next episode of the Money Wheel Podcast.